Close-Up, brought to you by the Kia Optima, pure design.
Saturday, May 21st, mean anything to you? Well, if an American preacher is right, don't make any plans, because it will be the most significant day ever. Judgment Day, the day the world will end. Doomsday predictions have been made before. In fact, the same preacher had another crack 17 years ago and, of course, was wrong. But this time it's been causing genuine concern. Even other pastors call his prediction irresponsible. So is the fear spread here? Jill Higgins reports.
It could end next week, it could end next year or 5 years from now.
One day, of course, it will happen, and the point is for people to get ready.
The pictures may be make-believe, but for some, the concept is genuinely real.
40% of the world population believe that we're coming to the end of the world.
And for these American believers, not just real, but soon. In fact, this weekend.
There'll be a worldwide earthquake such as man has never seen.
Destruction and death everywhere.
It's a prediction made by 89-year-old Harold Camping. He's sent it out by radio, by internet, and even by billboard.
Do you think that this is actually wrong for someone to make a prediction like this?
Yes, I do. There's a very simple verse in Matthew 24 that says, "No man knows the day or the hour."
Yet somehow people of all walks of life are convinced.
We're at a point now where we are so certain that this will happen that we are ready to, travel 18 hours, leave our jobs.
Some, like this mum, crying because her daughters won't get the chance to marry.
It's like you have no control over anything. It's all in the Lord's hands.
These sorts of things play on people's fears a great deal, and we've seen a great deal of harm.
Firm skeptic Vicky Hyde has no time for such predictions, and she's concerned about the impact they have.
We've seen people commit suicide because they think the end time is coming. Harold Camping, I gather, has asked people to euthanize their pets, or they have been doing that in response to his calls.
It has a negative effect from the point of view when the day comes and goes. It can bring Christianity into disrepute. But likewise, it can have a positive effect because it does get people to talk about the issue.
Because although leaders here dismiss May the 21st, they do believe the end of the world is approaching.
I would say within a few years, how is God working?
Pastor Daniel McKibben, a Seventh-day Adventist leader in Auckland, runs seminars every week.
We have put our money and our energy and our time to tell people that the end of the world is here. And, I don't get any money coming back off of that. This is a service to our community.
And across the city, the booming Impact Church also has the end days in its sights.
A lot of people think, well, I don't believe it. It's not so much what you believe or what I believe, it's what is right that counts. And the Bible has stood the test of time.
I guess one thing is there's a lot of people that don't actually believe the Bible is true. So how would you convince them that this will take place?
People know that there's things happening in the world today that are possible signs.
He's talking about things like this.
There'll be earthquakes in various places, there'll be wars and famines.
Hurricanes, tornadoes.
But you could argue that a lot of these have come and gone over the centuries and that really it's no different now.
But most scientists are now accepting that the world is warming up. The result of that is more tornadoes, more hurricanes.
Holy sh**.
The only thing you can read into natural disasters is we're getting more videos of natural disasters. 50 years ago, when we didn't have instant video technology, we didn't know about half of these things going on and in many cases didn't really care.
But there's another so-called sign you probably wouldn't expect.
There are many beekeepers around the world who are losing up to 95% of their bees.
Millions of bees are dying in hives across the United States, and nobody knows why.
Well, what does that mean? The very famous scientist has said, if we lose honeybees, human beings will have 4 years left.
Every year we see predictions that the world is going to end one way or another. I've lived through so many now, I can't remember them all, but cometary impacts, the rapture, Y2K even, and we haven't actually seen the world disintegrate yet.
And it's not just religious people who think this way. Opshop lead singer Jason Carrison has a bunker being built, siding with the Mayan 2012 prediction. Clearly, the bunker makers hope others will want to get themselves ready too.
People can do practical things, that's up to them. I'm not into that so much as far as like storing up water and all those things. I want to help people get themselves right spiritually.
Because these religious leaders believe if right with God, The end is something to embrace.
I'm excited because I'm tired of this old world, and all the problems of the world will be solved. You can throw your glasses away, throw your hearing aids away, throw everything away, because your body is going to be perfect.
You know that there are a lot of people that don't believe this.
It burdens me, it saddens me.
But Daniel McKibben believes he'll still be holding a service next Saturday and the one after, so people have time to make their choice. In contrast, Harold Camping's followers believe it's urgent, especially given the outcome for those who aren't saved.
Millions of people will die on that day and every day thereafter.
And what happens if nothing happens?
We should hold these people to account. We should remember when they fail, because they fail every time.
Well, personally, I'm in not so much of a hurry for the world to end, so I'm making plans for this Sunday. But we're also making plans for tomorrow night. I'll be talking to the man spouting off all this doomsday rhetoric, Harold Egbert Camping. He's got a lot to say, but apparently not much time left to do it. But next, is our Rugby World Cup a rip-off? That's the word in the travel circles, well, some at least. Cup boss Martin Snedden is live.